J. Shokwathan, ING, Michelle Friesen, Uye, Agara, Theodore Uye, Taankwachan Iche, Agunda Iche, Kwanlin Kwatsan Iche. My name's Michelle Friesen, and I have my son Theodore, so you may hear him chime in. We are of the Wolf Clan, and we live in what some people call Whitehorse on the traditional territories of the Kwanlin Dun First Nation and our family's First Nation, the Taankwachan Council. Today, I wanted to share my perspective as someone who has had the privilege of receiving a Taking It Global Rising Youth grant and all the support and encouragement that comes with that. The first time I was introduced to Taking It Global was attending a Rising Youth funded event, which was hosted by a youth member in my community. It was called Beads, Buttons, and Bannock, and as someone who was just starting my journey into reconnecting with my culture, I can't explain what it was like to have a safe space with my peers to come and do that. When I shared with this youth that I was looking for more ways to connect and to please let me know if they knew of any other workshops, they said something to me that would set me on the path that brought me here today. Why don't you host your own? So that's what I did. And I started with a $750 micro grant from the Taking It Global Rising Youth Program and was able to spend a weekend on the land with elders and youth building drums. After seeing everyone come together in that way, I knew I wanted to continue to create space in my community to inspire others just the way I was inspired by that first workshop. Then, as we all know, the pandemic began. And as an alum, I had the opportunity to apply for a second grant to address an issue related to COVID. This time, I decided to follow my passion as a mountain biker. With travel restrictions in place and living in the wilderness city, I saw many new women joining the sport, seeking the same guidance I did when I began. I also saw the sport as a way to get out of isolation in a safe and healthy way. And for the last few years, we've been hosting a bike race that have connected women and girls from ages 5 to 65 to mental health and wellness resources while helping to build confidence on the trails. At the time, I think I didn't fully understand the impact that these events were having, until one day a good friend of mine asked me to join them as a candidate in the territorial election. They reminded me that what I was doing was more than just a bike race, and that all those good intentions I had were exactly what we should be looking for in our leadership. So I decided to run, and it was the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. But after months of connecting and learning from those around me, I was the runner-up in my riding, losing by only 46 votes. After realizing the importance of the representation we were able to provide through that election, and with the confidence I'd built creating budgets and writing reports with Rising Youth, I applied for outside funding to oversee an 18-month project to share this experience and encourage diversity in leadership and politics. I soon realized that this connection to community was my passion, and when the chance came to run in the municipal election, I jumped at it and became the first Indigenous woman to ever serve on Whitehorse City Council. We're coming up on 1 year since the election, and I feel thankful every day to have the privilege of listening and learning from those who share this home with me, and deep gratitude for everyone who inspired and supported me to get there. I've always hated the question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? When I think back to where I was 5 years ago, I never would have imagined being where I am now. And it all started with Rising Youth believing in me and saying, yes, that's a great idea, and we're here to support you. It opened doors to mentors, community, experience, and knowledge that had immeasurable impact for myself and those around me. What started as an investment of a couple of $100s in my projects has grown into an opportunity to encourage representation and positive change in my community year over year. And I know that if we continue to invest in our youth, we will have positive impacts that will inspire communities and create a worthwhile return on their investment that reaches far beyond $750. Thank you.